ANZ will buy back over $1 billion of their own shares. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.heise here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee because, well, ANZ are going to buy back over $1 billion worth of their own shares. Now let's start by having a look at the current ANZ share price. It's sitting at $27.75 and I will just refresh or reload this page. Now there you go. Down a whole cent since I updated this a few moments ago. You can see that sharp fall there in 2020. And there you go, it's climbing right back up. They probably should have bought back then when the market was full of fear. But there you go, they're looking at buying back over $1 billion, guys. And let's have a look at this. We'll have a look at the, at the buyback notice here that they've released to ASIC. So the name of the entity, Australian New Zealand Banking Group. It's a news announcement on the 19th, a couple of days ago. So it's an on-market buyback of ANZ ordinary shares. We can scroll down here. You can see all the details of it here. On-market buyback. Total number of securities on issue. So they've got over 2.8, billion shares. 2.8 billion? What? Really? Wow. You've got, does the entity intend to buy back a minimum number of securities? No. Does the entity intend to buy back a maximum number of securities? No. Brokers to be confirmed. Are the securities being bought back for a cash consideration? Yes. Is the price to be paid for securities bought back known? No. They're buying it in Australian dollars. Does the buyback require security holder approval? No. And proposed buyback start date, the 3rd of the 8th, 2021. The buyback end date, the 18th of the 7th, 2022. And any other information the entity wishes to notify ASIC about the buyback. ANZ intends to buy back 1.5 billion of its fully paid ordinary shares under the on-the-market buyback. So there you go, for a big chunk of 2022, for half of the year, for pretty much a year. Over a year's period, there's going to be ANZ-led demand of $1.5 billion worth of their own shares. What do you think? Does a CEO want to ensure a certain share price, perhaps? Are they? Do they have nothing better to do with their money? Maybe it'd be nice if they could kind of pay some interest to people. That'd be great. So let's have a look at how Reuters are reporting this on yahoo.com.au. So Australia's ANZ to launch a 1.1 billion, and that's obviously in USD, stock buyback. So Australia and New Zealand Banking Group on Monday became the first domestic bank to say it would return up to 1.5 billion to shareholders by buying back its stock starting in August. After posting a stellar round of earnings for the March quarter, Australia's big four banks were expected to return as much as 26 billion in cash over the next 2 years, with investors betting Commonwealth Bank would be the first to move. After reviewing options, we consider an on-market buyback to be the most prudent, fairest and flexible method to return capital in the current environment. What would you prefer, guys? Would you prefer an on-market a buyback of shares, or would you prefer extra dividends? ANZ Chairman Paul O'Sullivan said in Monday's filing to the stock exchange, continued strength in the Australian economy had assured the lenders were largely unscathed from the pandemic, with the ANZ adding that it would consider returning more capital in the future. The on-market buyback would likely reduce ANZ's March 2021 Common Equity Tier 1 capital CET ratio by about 35 basis points, the lender said. ANZ had reported level 1 CET1 ratio for the period of 12.2%. So, what do you think, everyone? What's the solution? What's the takeaway? Let's have a look at some sentiment. Now, this is all from the SelfWealth platform, which I use to buy my CHESS-sponsored Australian shares. And if you use my referral link, which I plug in every video, we each get 5 free share trades. Now, I prefer this one because it's actually CHESS-sponsored. Sure, you have to do all the paperwork and the stuff, but you don't want a third party holding them on your behalf, do you? So 75% are bullish on ANZ, 25% are bearish. I don't have any ANZ shares, by the way. everyone. I just bought some NAB shares, so I'm slowly getting, building up some banks, but I'm still reeling from my AGL investment here in Australia. Yeah, I'm having more luck in the American market. Let me know in the comments if you're a ANZ shareholder. So in the SelfWealth community, it's 6th by ownership, 7th by weight, 7th by market cap. And here we go, 61% are buying. 32.9% say the stock is undervalued. 22.2% are aligning with their target portfolio. 18.7% are saying it's a good dividend-paying stock. Let's just bring up this share price here. Does this have the dividend yield on it? Here, I'm going to have a look. Price to earnings ratio, P to E. Where do they have it here? Diluted earnings per share, revenue net income. Come on, what's your dividend? What's your dividend? Dividend yield, 3.78%. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. Beats interest in the banks. 11.5% are saying others. 7% are diversifying into the sector. 4.2% company's earnings potential looks good. And 3.5% got a good tip and are taking a chance. Now, selling. 39% are selling. 36.2% are taking profit. 18.3% other reasons. 15.9% aligning with the target portfolio. 14.6% have a better investment idea opportunity. 7.8% moving into a different sector. 4.2% not happy with the company outlook. 1.8% saying the stock is overvalued. 1.1% stock has gone ex-dividend. And 0.1% aligning with the target portfolio. So there we go. There's the consumer sentiment with regards to this, at least with ANZ at the moment, at least on the SelfWealth platform. So what do you think, everyone? Would it be an incentive for you to buy into ANZ shares? Would it be something that you plan to buy and hold? And is it an appropriate way to return money back to investors? Are you holding bank shares? Do you like your dividends from them? Let us know in the comments below. Some of you have been following the channel. I've been doing my pocket money investing over the last year, just putting little bits of money here and there and buying various dividend-paying American share companies. And I've got I think it's up to about 40 different ones. Quite a diversity of them, and we're not talking big money here, but because I've got such a diversity, because there's a third party buying it for me, and I don't have to pay direct trading fees, there's other ways they make money, order flow and that type of stuff, and FX charges, but it's the only way I can really get exposure to the American market quite easily. But because I'm so diversified, I barely notice when the market tanks, because there's so much on there. The worst performer was when I foolishly decided to buy some Coinbase shares just because I wanted to partake in the peak of the crypto bubble. What do you reckon? Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this one. Are you an ANZ investor? Are you bullish or bearish for this stock? And what are your plans? At the moment, my whole investment strategy is dividend passive income investing, so I'm buying and just holding. Nothing exciting. Let us know what your take of this is in the comments. Take care, guys. Thank you all for watching. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're interested in buying Australian shares, I have a referral link to SelfWealth where you get 5 free share trades. We both will get them. Or you can use Stake if you want to buy American shares, at least partial shares holding there. Or you can use our affiliate links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or AussieBroadband. You can buy merch from HeiseSays, use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, or support us via PayPal. Take care, everyone. Have a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.